Yo, I'm springing to life. You're seeing a trophy, not even a trophy. You see what's happening. When it's your birthday, you even forget. You're seeing a cake. It's a happy birthday. We're doing it finally. We're officializing it to all our 1.5 million viewers every single Wednesday night. It is our official birthday celebration tonight on Sport at 10. And to do that, we've got the all-star lineup of all-star lineups. Let's take you to the bench. There he is, Jeff Chue from the Road Traffic Infringement Agency, to make sure that on our birthday, our tickets are all cancelled, and also to talk about the Comrades Marathon. Then right next to him, it's Thabo Sonong, Carling Black Label Cup. The champion coach is coming to talk about the champion formation. Then right next to him, well, it's Gavin Hunt, champion of the APSA Premiership with Bidvest Bits. Will be taking him from the days of skimpy shorts to now coaching the biggest teams in South African football. And we wrap things up with Demi Lee Nell Peters, Miss South Africa, the current official, just crowned. That is what we're doing right here on Sport at 10. I couldn't be prouder of the lineup tonight. And just another quick glimpse of the cake for you. We're going to cut it at the end of the show. We're going to celebrate. We're going to have a good one. But before we do that, David Gagana, the top award-winning sports journal, is going to take us through the news stories. Happy birthday. How are you?
I'm okay, my brother. And yourself?
I'm good. I'm enjoying the birthday situation, but there's news to get through.
Yep.
So let's get into that. First of all, Tiger Woods. Yo. Hey, Ndota.
Hey, now we're going to see you, Ndota.
No, let's get in.
They call it DIU. Yeah? And Tiger was found driving under the influence. He claims that it is because of a reaction to the medication that he's been taking. You remember that Tiger Woods has been out of golf for quite some time after doing a back operation. And because of the back operation, he's been put on a medication. And because of that, that's how he found himself in LA whilst in Florida.
So the police arrested him. They find him sleeping behind the car, this wheel. That's what the car looked like.
Yes.
He was parked, he was sleeping, and he says it was medication he was taking. They're saying potentially he was driving drunk.
Yes.
Tiger Woods, the great Tiger.
Yeah, but you see, they are concurring with him that it wasn't from alcohol, which makes his case stronger because, driving under the influence in America is huge. They asked him where he was, and he said in L.A. whilst he was in Florida, and they could tell that there was something wrong with him.
Let's move on to a man who's not dizzy, who's rising up in the ranks, who in the cricket world is going to be the Tiger Woods of cricket. He's our very own South African, Reza Rabada. That's the nickname we gave him here, Kagiso Rabada. Why is he having a great week?
Well, the speedster has, he's now the ODI #1 bowler.
Title,
he's taken over
the #1
from
one-day international
Imran
bowler.
Tahir. Remember that in the current triangular series with England, he's taken 7 wickets in the games that we've played, and he's taken 4 for 39 in the last game that we played, and we beat England. And for that, he's been rewarded by becoming the #1 ODI bowler all over the world.
Don't repeat.
He's the youngest at 22 since 1998.
To be named #1 one-day international bowler.
Yes, after Mustafa of Pakistan, who, of course, was the youngest at that point in time. And remember, in 1998, that's when we won the Champions Trophy. So it bodes well for South Africa going into the Champions Trophy that we've got a #1 bowler in the world in Kagiso Rabada. We say halala to Kagiso.
Yeah, that's exactly what we're saying. Well done, Kagiso Rabada. He's been on Sport at 10 so many times, and he has just made us prouder and prouder every single time his name is mentioned in a major award ceremony. But moving on to a South African that most of us have never seen play, but the French top division club Juinkamp have come up and said we're giving him a 4-year contract.
Yes, but remember he's been overseas. That's Lebogang Phiri. He's been overseas for the last 4 years at Bromby. And he's been doing very well. He's played most of the times. He's played in the European tournaments with the team because they always qualify for Europe. Bromby.
So he's just signed.
So he signed
in France.
In France
for 4 years. In the top league.
And of course he celebrated that by being brought into Stuart Baxter's team. He's in the Bafana team as well.
but not
to play in Nigeria. Look,
where's he been? Asgamboni Tina.
No, he has played for the under 23s,
Yeah,
for the under
like
23s,
2 or 3
and
times
the under
I
20s
checked.
as well.
He played a friendly against Brazil before the World Cup, before the Olympic Games. He's playing one game for Bafana outright.
No, remember Amapene Plus in 2015 against Swaziland? He played in that match for Amapene Plus.
But how come Asgamboni regularly?
You know, in South Africa, they wait for you to at least be 22 and over before they can introduce you into the national team as a player, which I think is wrong. We have to follow into what we used to do with the likes of Thomas Madikake, who was in the national team at 16 years old. Why can't we have 16-year-old playing for Bafana? And that's a big problem that we have. Our scouting is bad because we don't see players early that are capable to play at a young age in Bafana.
Now let's move on to what's going on as far as the Rugby World Cup is concerned. Good news for South African rugby fans. There you see in his hand, that's the bid document. Yes. I remember that was the case with the Soccer World Cup. You take it to the officials, you show them what your country's about. What are they taking there? What's the document?
It's Yuri Rowe, the CEO of SA Rugby. They were taking the bid documents for the 2023 Rugby World Cup.
We want the World Cup in 2023.
We are already saying that we want that. We've taken the bid document, and we are optimistic that it will be given to us.
So that was took place yesterday, and that is now what is going to be decided in November as to whether we get the World Cup in 2023.
Well, we've got competition from Ireland and France, but our bid, given the fact that we last hosted in 1995, is strong enough that SANZA will listen to us.
Now, I want to look at a little bit of driving that is going to remind maybe David Kakan of how he drives sometimes. Look at this. This is the Indy 500, the biggest race in the United States. They just go round and round. There's like no corners, just round and round and round and round. But look at that accident.
Yeah.
Did somebody walk away from there?
Yeah. The end of Scott Dixon's car was ripped off, and he walked out. He came out. I mean, that's how safe these cars are. You'll see him coming out of the car unscathed. I mean, that really tells you about the safety measures that these cars have. And look at that. I mean, look at the debris. But beyond that, there's no rear end. Even the front itself is. Look at him walking out without having a scar.
That is crazy, and that is why we don't do any kind of race driving. The other big thing that took place today was the first match of the playoffs. Stellenbosch up against Baroka FC, and this is what took place in that game. It ended up on being a 2-2 draw. It's huge. It's important. It decides who gets to come into the ABSA Premiership for next season, and this is how the game kicked off and started.
The first goal, it was a header by Maboke Matakala. You know, this one went up. But from there, 1-0 by Baroka. From there, Stellenbosch equalized. Gerard Murule scoring for Stellenbosch. It was a tough game, for the two teams. There's the goal, the first opening goals by Matakala. And Baroka, you would have thought that they had this, if they take the lead, they could have had this in so easily. But Stellenbosch showed that they've been doing well in the first division, and that they do not sneak into the playoffs by chance, scoring the equalizer there by Gerard Murule. From there, it was Baroka again that took the lead through Nkosinathi Ndlovu. Look at this.
What a great free kick at that point. They would have thought, that's 54 minutes into the game, that at 2-1, maybe they can go on and take all 3 points in the first encounter of the playoffs, but it was not to be the case. The answer wasn't long in coming. 62 minutes into the game. David
Boysen, former SuperSport United defender and brother to the other Boysen, scored a beautiful header that to make it 2-2.
So it starts 2-2 in the playoffs. Plenty to play for. The other team in the playoffs is, of course, Black Leopards. But now, joining us here in the studio is Jeff Chue, the CEO of the Road Traffic Infringement Agency. And the reason we've got him in, because there's another huge event coming up over the weekend. We're showing it to you live here on SABC Sport. It's the Comrades Marathon. And what we want to find out, Jeff, as the Comrades Marathon is coming up, and we welcome you to Sport at 10, what is the involvement of the Road Traffic Infringement Agency, Comrades?
Thank you very much for having us, Thomas. Let's start first by congratulating you and wish you many more increase in terms of listenership for the birthday that you're encountering now. From the Road Traffic Infringement Agency, we recognize that the Comrades is one of the biggest sporting events that we have in the country. We, from the Road Traffic Infringement Agency, carry one of the biggest mandates in terms of the increase of road safety in our country and ensuring that we can educate, empower our people to be able to understand about the challenges that we are facing in respect to the road traffic environment. We've got to be able to recognize that it is very, very, very serious challenges that we're facing. We're losing unnecessarily an average of about 40 people per day, irrespective of what is it that we're doing. You and I are sitting here, people that are dying unnecessarily. And these are not people that were sick. These are people that you and me that are economically active. Some of them would be, in the majority, are youngsters. That has got a beautiful and great, bright future ahead of them.
Bashayiswa imoto, crossing the street, drunk driving, all of these things.
Absolutely. And some of it could be, to a great extent, the level of their irresponsibility. But if we're saying as a country, we value the youth, and the future therefore belongs to the youth, that future is not going to be of benefit to anybody if they do not arrive safely in that future.
So why sponsor and be involved in sponsoring the Comrades Marathon?
Because it will give us a great exposure to remind people that anybody that goes out onto a road network, they've got to be able to do so with responsible behavior, understanding that any action they take might have repercussions that might be negative. And we want to make sure that they are reminded to save their own lives and to save the life of others.
There's one question I want to know, because I'm brand new to this name, Road Traffic Infringement Agency. Nenzani?
We have a responsibility of protecting, and we become like the adjudicator, an independent adjudicator. We protect the rights of the individual motorist pitted against the rights of law enforcement. And it is a simple matter of increasing compliance to all road traffic laws, from a national, provisional, and local authority.
Jeff, nice and short and sharp for me, please. Give me an example of where me as a motorist would need to be involving the Road Traffic Infringement Agency in a dispute.
Absolutely. Let's suppose that you are stopped by a traffic officer.
Never happens, by the way, because I just don't do anything wrong on the road. So, but yes, I can imagine it.
Well, it's a good thing that then you've been a very good ambassador. Let's say you are stopped by a traffic officer and you are cited by being issued with a traffic fine. And if you are not happy with that and you're challenging it because you did not commit any infringement, then you have a right to challenge it by coming to us. As an independent referee in that respect, we will be able to look into those cases and see whether you were in the right or in the wrong, and then we uphold it.
Now I know my final question to the CEO of the Road Traffic Infringement Agency, now you also know what it does, is what's your message? People go down to watch the Comrades Marathon. There'll be some of them driving down to compete in it. What's your message to those using the roads?
Our message is simple. Remember your responsibility when it comes out to road safety. Buckle up, be patient, enjoy the ride, and make sure that as you enjoy the benefits of a road infrastructure network, do so in a responsible manner. Understanding that you're not the only one. We've got a multiplicity of road users. You might be a driver at that point, but at some time you become a pedestrian. So respect the right of others for the common usage of the road network.
DK, now you learned something new, ne? Road Traffic Infringement Agency. Bongayazi.
Mina ngidila nabantu abazi kahle uma kuza ku compliance. All people that deal with compliance, I've got them.
Also, but very also compared to
compliance in Dota, even nama security compliance, I was with them. Compliance in yayazi kahle.
I'm glad, because then it means you too have become good road safety ambassadors, and we would encourage you, as well as your listeners, to be able to live up to expectation and do the best that we can.
Thank you very much. The Road Traffic Infringement Agency, the Comrades Marathon, it's all happening right here on Sport at 10. Now it's time for the one and only South African undefeated heavyweight champion of humor. He is the Shampunizer. He is 4 years in training, in punching, in jabbing. He is ready to come out and give you what he does every single week, and will be giving you on Saturday night at the State Theatre in Pretoria. You give us a sample here, but the real thing is Saturday, right?
My show is happening on Saturday, and it's been happening all the time, Thomas, and people are not buying tickets on time, and I can see with no more Nanina, people who are not buying tickets on time. Those people, and it's not even trending, but no more. Now, this thing has to end. But Saturday, State Theatre, we are all together at the same place. People are surprised, why am I dressed in tracksuits when you guys are dressed like this? I'm testing my outfit, people, for the Comrades Marathon. This is how I'm going to dress up when I watch Comrades Marathon on TV, because I mean really, you shot that fella at glucose. So it's gonna be. Why is it glucose?
For watching.
We are focused on glucose. Over get teacher history. I tell science over glucose. But you know what? We are dressed up and it's gonna be everything. But please, man, people of South Africa, can we try and address this issue? No more. People like Vets players has disappointed me. About 12 hours walking like a speed through the guard of honor. They just walk. I'm like, dude, you should do like a gospel song, Joe. It takes forever to start. You're like, yeah, man. Shoko, yeah. Take 3 steps, because Kuna was about to clap already, but what you did, woman, you should take your time, Vets, man. And they were there, you know, like all these teams, you know, Vets was celebrating, not even one team joined them. No more, Joe. No more, Vets was celebrating, no one, only Mama Joy. And Mugeri, Mama Joy, Berski Basa Vets. Mama Joy, Ugo Vets, I am being a good neighbor. Siagbon. Where's Arwaza Manana? Aruba Ruta di Pina, yeah, Arwaza Mamola Aruta. Irobe Joe, you're not recognized. You are not recognized, Mama. You can't do that. Thunder Royal Zulu, there are stories that they're trying to buy Thunder Royal Zulu. Thunder doesn't play like that, eh? I'm a Zulu Kaman, Thunder was like, do you see Mall of Africa here? Raregis, aye. People leave, Joe. People with money sometimes, Bambora. Tiger Woods, with all this money, my guy, even today, you should have Googled. You don't know that you can't drink on an empty stomach. What Tiger Woods, man. He should know, Joe. He should know in South Africa they will never arrest us for drunken driving because we have Archer. It saves lives. We would say David, but Thomas, we that infringement, can we? I have other things that I want to talk about, and these are serious things because we don't have time, Thomas. I'm in a good mood, so I want you guys to play along with me. All right. Thomas. Come, Thomas. David, whenever he's. All right. Top level, top level. When I was a Maliman, I'm a top level. It's a Malibagani, I'm a top level. Yo, you know, if Pirates was going to the top 8 using a GPS, the GPS by now would be like recalculating. If there's Zulu Ninzimular, wema, yala lengani. Iti top 8 yanza ganjan. Thomas, Norman Pirates, Lina Lindor, Lina like it, Tendai PlayStation door. After those goes by the pause. For a nothing. You know what? In closing, top level, top. You know, more.
All right, the Champonizer will be with us throughout the duration of the show. There's plenty more to come from him. What we want from you, though, is this. It's our birthday. So share your 4-year memories of hashtag SPORTAT10TV as we celebrate the end of our birthday month. Give us those memories, the shows you remember, the comments that you've heard, the sports people that gave you some kind of inspiration. I will try my very best to get through just a couple of those memories as we go throughout the rest of the show. After the break, it's Carling Black Label Champion Cup time. Then we've got the coach of Bidvest Wits coming in. Thabo Sanong will take us through the formations after the break. And then we wrap things up with Miss South Africa. What a show for the birthday month. And it's also Africa Month.
You like to touch noses with me?
There you go. Woo. There we go. I just paso doble. He said his name has changed. He wants to go to Brazil. He's calling himself Champuninho. And he's got a bodyguard especially to bring him in.
Here, my dude.
Uzake transport, you know.
Hey, we upgrade. Yellow pages, then you rent a tough guy.
So let's just do some things here as we go to the break. I'm with the A team. We're posing. Look at our muscles. We are looking amazing. Okay.
SA's most improved LTE network is giving you twice the value back on your contract when you get the exciting Huawei P8 Lite for only 269 Rand per month on a My MTN Choice plus S 24-month contract. This value back offer will get you 200 MTN to MTN minutes, 200 SMS bundles, as well as 4 GB data bundles in the first 3 months of your contract. Plus, you'll get an additional 30 gigs once-off free data valid for 30 days. Visit your nearest MTN store today.
This is what it feels like. No, I don't even know if I'm alive. Oh, without you now, this is what it feels like.
Uvuka hlale ususiza abantu abaningi. Usebenzise insuku zonke uzowuzwa umehluko.
Owesilisa udinga uvukahlale original ispirulina nesikhokho uzowuzwa umehluko ube yisikhokho sensizwa.
Bad odor is caused by germs that form in your underarms. So we created New Shield Germ Defense. 10 times more protection against germs that cause bad odor. Shield, it won't let you down.
You know the moment. It comes when it wants, out of nowhere. When quit and keep going sit neck and neck. So you choose, and success conquers failure. Mind passes body. Finished becomes finish. This is the moment. It's why you run. Energade. It's what you put in.
When a man starts his day with new Nivea Men Cool Kick Body Lotion or Cream, he gets instant cooling and moisture and protection. So, when she tells you to carry a handbag in public, what you gonna do? Play it cool. When you go for a scan, is it a boy? Is it a girl? It's both. What you gonna do? Play it cool with Nivea Men Cool Kick Body Lotion or Cream, official sponsor of Real Madrid. Nivea Men, it starts with you.
Now, last year, Kaizer Chiefs beat Orlando Pirates using Mzansi's favorite quick attack 4-4-2 formation without the match going into penalties, while Orlando Pirates used the same formation but did not lift the trophy. This truly speaks to the amazing power of your team's starting 11 and how you use them. To talk a little bit more about formation in Mzansi football, today with us in studio, we got the man who for the first time in 8 years qualified the national under-20 team for the FIFA Under-20 World Cup. Football development maestro Thabo Senong. Coach, welcome to SPORTAT10. How are you?
Thank you so much, and a very good evening, Thomas.
Good. But I want to get straight into the conversation. You just got back from Korea. You've been exposed to a couple of different formations. How does South Africa's style of play influence the formation that we play?
Yeah, no, obviously, the style of play, we want to, play a passing game, South African football. Players want to express their skills in 1v1 situation, the combination plays, so that will always influence the structure of the team. Do you start with 3 in front? Do you organize 3 midfielders? Do you organize 4 at the back? But, mostly we always use, different formations in South Africa. 1-4-4-2, sometimes a 1-4-3-3, or sometimes even a 1-4-2-3-1.
So what suits South African players best if you had the ideal formation and you were the god of football and allowed to do that for South Africa, which one would you choose?
Yeah, South African players will obviously be better if formations are variated and flexible. 1-4-2-3-1 will always suit South African players, you know, even a 1-4-3-3, because South African players are better when they are closer to each other because they like to play a short passing game. They like to play combination football, you know. They like those elements of surprise, 1v1, you know, on the wings, combination play. So they want to have numbers and overloads in areas where there is a ball. So 1-4-2-3-4-1, 1-4-2-3-1, 1-4-3-3, even a 1-4-4-2 can also help. So there's no ideal formation, and you can't focus on one formation because players, the type of players that you have, Thomas, will always influence the formation that you have to play.
Now, Thabiso Nong is probably the only guy in the whole wide world who mentions the one, talking about the goalkeeper.
Yes.
No one ever talks about the goalkeeper. They don't count them in the formation. But let me move on and quickly talk about when it comes to the opposition and you know what they are going to use in terms of a formation. Let's assume you know they're going to use a 4-3-3. Does that change your style to say, okay, I have to counter it, or do you go with the one that you're going to go with anyway?
Yeah, no, of course. Hence, we say we have to be more, flexible in modern football, Thomas. If a team is playing with 2 strikers, very good strikers, then you have to overload the area maybe with 3 defenders just to make sure you have a cover. Back in the days, we used to call him the sweeper, you know. So maybe you'll opt for a 3 at the back formation, 5 in the midfield. So, yeah, the formation of the opponents, the strength of the opponents will always influence the formation that you are going to play as a coach or as a team.
Now, for the Carling Black Label Champion Cup, is there an ideal that you'd like to see between Kaizer Chiefs and Orlando Pirates formation-wise?
Would love to see a lot of attacking football from both teams, Pirates and Chiefs, and yeah, let them go all out attacking football, 1-4-3-3, or even with a 1-4-4-2, just to make sure that the fans back home, they get
No, don't change.
goals.
I like the first one.
Yeah.
4-3-3.
Yes, so that they can be goals.
That's the one.
So that they can be, you know, a lot of attack, just to make sure that we all enjoy football.
Thabiso Nong, thank you very much. He's supporting the one I've been pushing for, 4-3-3, this side, that side, let's go. Let's take each other on. There you have it, ladies and gents. Formation is not just about numbers. There's a science to it all, and let's keep the conversation and votes going. Log on to www.carlingblack.co.za. Vote for free and be the champion coach.
All I can tell is that we auditioned for Out Them Abonent together.
And
they kicked me out. They said I don't look like a loser.
What did you say?
Dr. Malinga, I'm saying that you're not. Let's get a little bit of music and wrap things up with the doctor because he says he can't leave. This is Sport at 10, Dr. Malinga.
Live. What judge?
Yeah.
Let's feed about SPORTAT10TV. What judge? Thank you so much.
I could do my own. He knows I have my own. People know but with those shoes, yo man.
Are you a man of status? Stand a chance to win luxury watches and other instant prizes to the value of 500,000 Rand. To enter, buy any status deodorant and dial star 120 star 37375#. Buy status and win.
This winter, if you wake up with a sore throat, headache, fever, or pain, take Med-Lemon. 1 hot cup in the morning will help you kick the cold and flu symptoms and get you through the day. Take another cup in the evening to keep fighting the symptoms. Medlemon. Now is a good time to feel better.
Is there a mum who's better than you? There are mums who are taller, or smaller, or funnier than you. There may be a mum you want to outdo, but no one cooks better than Royco and you. Royco, delicious every time. Your favorite Royco cooking sauce, new pack, same delicious flavor.
Tabang and Tabiso are identical. Well, almost. Tabang suffers from heartburn, Tabiso indigestion. Both of them can use Gaviscon Plus. It soothes within 3 minutes and lasts for up to 2 times longer than antacids. For due relief from heartburn and indigestion, Gaviscon Plus.
New Volume Shake Mascara with revolutionary shake technology. Beautiful, clump-free volume, stay fresh from first to last use. I shake it up to keep it fresh. Live the London look. New Brow Shake Filling Powder. Bold, sculpted brows all day and night. Live the London look.
When you need relief from pain that keeps working without having to reapply, try Transact patches. Transact lasts up to 2 times longer than gels. Stop at nothing.
Having an Absa account is like having a Gorilla Gram deliver you the biggest gift. Having an Absa account and signing up for Absa Rewards is like having a Gorilla Gram deliver you the biggest gift. And finally, pay becomes fiance. Life's so much better with the new Absa Rewards. Swipe your card and earn with the only banking rewards program that pays out cash. Get cash back and prosper with Absa.
When your nose is blocked, pressure starts to build, making your head feel heavy. Sounds like a head cold. Sinutab nasal spray unblocks your nose fast, relieving the pressure and clearing your head cold within 10 minutes and lasting up to 10 hours, so you can get back to normal. Sinutab clears your head.
Scored last minute, we conceded last minute, and all of a sudden we had to do a guard of honor. You know, when I saw in the change room and I said, guys, listen, there's no way I'm doing this next season. Somebody else got to do it for us.
Hopefully, under 27, Kaizer Chiefs will do it for us.
It's an honour for Bidvest Wits, who have come to FNB Stadium to be crowned champions of the Absa Premiership, and they have humbly, by Kaizer Chiefs, been gifted a guard of honour. In a 96-year history, Bidvest Wits are league champions for the first time.
Oh, he's deeply studying the footage there. You know, when you're there, you don't actually get to see it. It's probably the first time Gav's had an opportunity to see it. What are you guys saying on Twitter as well? So we asked you your favorite memories of the show over the last 4 years. And I've got here, he calls himself Real Tembagani, who says, when you hosted Ukhozi FM legend commentator Joe Hoodler, but overall, I've fallen in love with every moment of the show. Thank you very much. Tepo says, my best moments was when Shampunaiza had 3 dreadlocks with Madiba line, plus the top 7. Okay, all right. Spusiso Vu says, it has to be Dr. Jomo Sono's interview when he was promoted to the PSL. That was hilarious. Keep those moments coming through as we talk to the man who doesn't get promoted. He just stays in the PSL. He stays in the Absa Premiership, and he makes sure the clubs that he's involved with stay there too. Coach, welcome to Sport 10. How are you?
Thank you, Tom. Thanks for having me.
Should I say
nice
champ?
Late night. Yeah, sure.
Champ.
Got me out of bed.
New title here, champ. How is it? How did you do it this year? Because last season, you finished second. What was the difference? What was that thing this season that took you to the title?
Well, I think we had 1 or 2 more players that covered the areas and covered the bases a little bit more. I think that's the secret. You know, you can't do it without players. You can say what you like. Doesn't matter how good any coach is anywhere in the world. If you don't have the best players or the right type of players, you can't achieve. So the players certainly bought in. And we had a few more players that helped us when we went through the bad periods and the bad times.
But you bought basically a whole new team.
No, we didn't buy.
Well, brought in. Brought in. There was I counted it last year, something like 10, 12 players that came in the beginning of the season.
I mean, wherever I've worked, there's always been big player turnaround, not because of my own doing, but because of players being out of contract or whatever the situation is. I mean, over the years. So I've had a lot of players and a lot of turnaround, and it's been tough.
What was that thing this season? Because last season it was a landslide. Sundowns was gone by 14
points. Sundowns are the best side last. There's no doubt. I mean, they were 14 points better than us. But to be fair, from our own perspective, the wheels came off with, I think, 10 games to go. We lost Papi Fati, we lost Pagamani, James Keane, and Tyson Latswaya in a matter of the last 10 games.
And that was what killed you.
Well, it's your spine. Your whole spine of your team went, and we just couldn't. I think we made, in the last 9 games, I think we got 3 points or something. So that's why we lost by 14 points. But we were well beaten, so we had a look at the squad and tried to get a few more in, which we were very lucky in the market, and we had to sell to get in, and so we went along.
Did you know that this was going to be that season? Did you get an inkling when you won the MTN 8?
John, when we played the top 8 game, I felt this team...
The final?
Yeah, the final.
3-0 victory over Mamelodi Sundowns.
The best African champions, I thought we had a chance. I looked at my bench and I said, any of these players on the bench could play in this team. And maybe I picked the wrong team here tonight. But I looked in the stands as well. There was 2 or 3 there could play in this team as well. And I knew if we could just keep this together, I think we got a chance. We had a chance. That's all. That's all.
And at that point, you knew?
Well, I knew. I had a feeling. I think we could make more points than we made the last year. And we could certainly give Sundowns a closer race than the season before. I knew that, looking at the squad. And then come January this year, we had 1 or 2 extra, like Granville Scott came in, and he made a huge difference for us as well. So that was good for us.
Now, the other thing I need to know from you is, what's the secret? Because I was looking back at your history, and I don't think you've ever finished outside of the top 8. And it's not even that you've been at the big clubs.
No.
Hellenic, Black Leopards, Swallows. 5 seasons with Swallows, and every one of those 5 seasons, they were never outside of the top 8.
Never.
Supersport, top 8 every season you were there. Won the league 3 times with them. Wits, top 8 every season, win the league with them. How do you even do that?
I don't know. Muti. No, no, look, there's certain things you work on the training grounds. There's certain things you want how the team to play. There's certain type of players that are available that you can bring in. So it's all to do with what you do. For me, it's all about preparation on the training ground.
I'm looking at you at Leopards here, and this season...
Where'd you get that now?
We've got it. We've got it. This is the SABC.
Okay.
In 2002, you were named ABSA Premiership Coach of the Season, coaching Black Leopards, because you took Leopards to 8th place. There was... No one expected that. No one saw you coming. No one thought you would be Coach of the Season.
I didn't think so as well. I think the one thing about this Coach of the Season, they had Coach of the Month. You used to get cases of beers. I had 72 cases of beers at home. These days you get a little trophy. That was good.
But against all odds. Against all the bigger clubs. Yeah, against all of that. You got them to 8th position that season.
This team, we were second in the league at halfway. Second. And David said to me, David Tadela, no, we're going to win the league. I said, David, win the league. The closer we can just try. You can see the guys. I mean, we didn't have training kit or nothing. And this was one of the greatest achievements I've had as a coach, to take a bunch of players from this rural area and to travel on aeroplanes, stay in hotels, and it
was all brand new.
Brand new, you know. And get them to work it and shape and balance and patterns and whatever you want to talk about.
Then you go to Swallows after that successful season there. So just 1 season and Gav, you're off.
Well,
I've had enough. Cheers. Got you to top 8. I'm gone.
Well, I said to David, if you'd have made me sign 6 months earlier, I would have signed. But nothing happened until the last game. And obviously Swallows got hold of me and said, look, we'd like you to come. And I thought, well, you know, just keep a car coming down the N1.
Getting closer to Jersey.
Yes,
and then 5 years.
And the temperature goes down as you come closer, you know.
5 years with them, every season, top 8 finish.
Yeah, I'll never forget my first game at Swallows. We lost 5-0. 5-0 against Orlando Pirates at Rand Stadium in the top 8. Those big Gogas, those mamas, they chased me with kiddies. And Junior, the kit man, I got under the boot of the car with a kit on top of me. They got me out the stadium. I said, how long am I going to last here? I lasted 5 years. They came to the training ground. They chased me at the training ground.
But, Gav, you can't run away from
No, don't run me. No. Coco, but not 1, not 2, not 3, 10. And they were big, you know, those big ones.
So that gave you that motivation.
They need 3 taxis for 5 of them.
The motivation was there for the rest of your time.
Boss, let me tell you, I ran. They came with those big kiddies chasing me.
But you had a great time there. Eventually took them to cup finals.
Yeah, we had 2 cup finals. And you know, the good thing there at Swallows is, Tom, we sold players. So we kept the money in the club, and we kept, obviously the thing afloat, and we had a great sponsor. I think it was Total at that time. And we had a good team. We actually had a good team. We went over 30 games at Rand Stadium unbeaten one stage.
To see that former club of yours where it is now.
That's sad. You know, and I bought into a little bit of the philosophy there. You know, Nongobenis and these guys, I mean, they need their own ball. You know, the other 10 would play with another ball. He would never pass. And you know, we got him to play a little bit more forward and more thinking. And you know, I tell you now, we had a good side there. Good side. You know, and there again, I took in a Dennis Lotte. Pirates kicked him out. Didn't want him. Top goal scorer in South Africa, 2 years. He got 12 and 13, I think, in 2 seasons with us. And we took all the old rejects from Pirates, Ian Chukoya, Warren Lewis, players like that. You know, Chabo Mendo was walking the streets 3 months later in the Bafana team. So, you know, that's how I built a team, just finding players and trying to build a team there.
It's time for a break. We're going to get Gav after the break to talk about this season some more, reminisce a little bit more about how it is that he has gone on to match the greats, and can he go on and become the first coach to win 5 ABSA Premiership titles? How is he feeling about that? We'll talk about that after this as we continue to share our 4th year birthday moments with some great moments from the past. Do now with the payout, because insurance is okubhadala. Wenzani ngale mali ezongena?
Yeah, mina vele mbuya emakhaya bona baba ngizoinvesta, ngizothenga ama-share kuvuka uhlale. Yokuqhatha le. Ngizothenga ama-share nginenkomo baba, ngizoqala ukuthengisa iphandla, abantu bafuna isiphandla ngikhona. Nginengadi ngimele vele ngithengisa impepho kwamanje ngoba the biggest impepho salesman lapha eJS. So kuzoba mnandi iPirate noma anginandaba up the bucks mara impepho yona vele ngiyathengisa.
Manje baba iphandla ithengiswa nje.
Mina ngizoqala ngithi i-trend. I-trend izinto ziyaqala.
The final question for our substitutes here. You missed the flight, you get a bit of shampoonizing. The final question is, ulimele kuphi ndoda? What was the serious thing? Yini le enza ukuthi ungasakwazi ukudlala ibhola?
Injury yami bayibize ukuthi isinyama kuphela. Isinyama. Isinyama baba. Isinyama. Yeah, see.
We appreciate it.
Mara ngine final word baba. Kobe Bryant nemali yakhe yabo 1,130,000 and 40,000 and what. Mina ngiride ngempepho. Right.
Come to think of it, make it in Amsterdam.
I'm gonna get what I want, I've got a reason. I'm gonna get what I want and I've got a reason. I'm gonna get what I want and I've got a reason.
Zonke choices, slow brewed, extra matured. Make it an Amstel and stand a chance to win a trip for 2 to Amsterdam, the home of Amstel. To enter, buy an Amstel, get your unique code under the lid, dial *120 *132# and it could be you jetting off to Amsterdam.
You have the power to have what you want.
Okay, yeah, I'm showing my beach vibe patterns, like my waves. I'm waves.
So I'm looking for curls like in this picture.
I want something sleek out here.
All the way to the side. I want more lana. We evaluate the hoop nyana.
I think short, curly, young.
Maybe even blonde, eh?
Take out the monobrow, sharpen up the top, maybe throwing a line on the right-hand side.
We get you. That's why we have just for you. Dial *123# or go to the My Vodacom app. Get incredible tailor-made offers made just for you. Only on SA's best network.
Yeah.
Vodacom. Power to you.
Tepo and Bongi's relationship was not in a good place. They tried everything: couples therapy, psychics, gym trainers, nutritionists, guided meditation, but nothing worked. Until Tepo sat down with one of our doctors and received the treatment he needed. You'll be happy to hear that Bongi and Tsepo's Spark is back. Let us help you. WhatsApp us on 072-315-2574 or SMS help to 32110.
Taste is not a friend. It's a confidant. It's not well tailored, but the perfect fit. Taste is not attractive. It's an attraction. It's not a myth, but a matter of fact. It's not an expense, it's an experience. Taste is not a personality contest, it's a show of character. The Singleton, made of taste.
We're still with Gavin Hunt, 4 times ABSA Premiership champion. 4 times he's been the coach of the year in South African football, and most recently taking Bidvest Wits to the championship against many people's expectations. He's here in the studio. Gavin, let's talk a little bit about the home form, because I was looking at it. Home form this season was the difference for Bidvest Wits. 12 wins in 15 games at home.
Well, I would like to think that every team that plays in the Premier League, ABSA Premier League, wants to concentrate on their home games more so, because that's where home is home. So yeah, we had a good thing going this year, but I think we've been good there the last couple of seasons.
But Wits used to travel. I mean, it used to go play in Mbombela home games. You used to go around, take some of the bigger clubs away.
Before I came to the club, we had a bit of discussion, and I said, look, for me, home is home. We got to stay at home. We got to stay in one base and try and create something there. And thank goodness they listened to me, and we prioritise playing at home as we've done.
But you cost the club money, because it pays money to go to those other places.
Tom, what's more important, 3 points or money?
No,
you've got to have a balance.
The rumour is they pay up to $1 million for a team to come and play in one of these stadiums.
No, you know the story. No, listen, the World Cup stadiums are always viable for teams to go play. A lot of teams do that. I was at SuperSport, we played at Polokwane, you know. I mean, it's actually madness, but I understand where, you know, the teams come from. They need the backing from the municipalities and all that to bring the teams there. But at the end of the day, for me, you've got to play at home better.
The thing that everyone wants to know now is the future. Because there was that story, and it's been going around. Your contract came to an end. It comes to an end at the end of June. That's not necessarily the case, is it?
No, we've agreed now to go another year, and so we're happy. Everybody's happy, and we'll go another year.
One more year at Bidvest Wits?
Yeah, see what happens.
Gav, one of the things, and it came up in social media as well, where people were saying, you know, there's the so-called big clubs in South Africa. Do you not ever think of moving to one of those and saying, I'd like to win a league title there? You've done it with SuperSport United. You've done it with Bidvest Wits.
I don't care what anybody says. It certainly will be easier. I don't care what anybody says. You've got all the backing, supporters. You know, you generally, the 3 clubs in South Africa always have generally the best players, generally. So it's got to be far easier if you understand and know what you're doing in terms of football. But there's obviously bigger pressures there in terms of more expectations. But I like expectations. I like pressure. I like to sign big name players, or if I could, and work with the best players, because I think we could be successful.
Gav, last question before we go, and that is number 5. Is next season ABSA Premiership number 5, and the second one for Bidvest Wits with you at the helm?
Sure, Tom, it's not going to be easy. I mean, I think everybody's a little bit upset that it's come second and third, and they're going to be trying like hell, like you expect every season. And I think there's more teams now. I think you add a Cape Town City, you add a SuperSport, and I think a team like Orlando Pirates will get better next year. They've got to. So it's going to be, won't be easy just to, what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to be a little bit clever where we really go and where we hold and these type of things. And through the course of the season, you've got to be lucky with injuries. You've got to try and keep your best players on the field as long as possible for the most games, and then I think you've got a half a chance.
Thank you very much, Gavin Hunt, the champion coach with Bidvest Wits, the champion team in the ABSA Premiership, joining us on our birthday. Thanks, Gavin, for being with us.
Thank you, Tom. Thanks for having me.
It's time for a break. We'll be back after the break with Miss South Africa!
Are you our biggest fan? This year you can win even bigger with 5 Roses Fresh Pack Frisco, Ellis Brown and Bakers. Buy any participating promotional pack, dial and enter the unique code found inside. You could win your share of 3 million rand in instant cash and airtime, smartphones, TVs and the grand prize of 200,000 rand to the biggest fan. Buy more, win more.
Is your cold causing sinus pressure? Help your head by helping your nose. Atrovin menthol unblocks your nose in minutes and provides a soothing sensation. The decongestant reduces swelling and opens up sinuses, so you can set them free and enjoy breathing again. Atrovin. Experience better breathing this cold and flu season.
This winter, you won't get left in the cold. Because nobody beats our winter prices. Get 2 packs of Baby Soft 2-ply toilet tissue minis for an incredible 60 Rand. A loaf of Albany bread plus 1 litre of Clover Long Life milk, both for just 20 Rand. Or 410 grams of Koo baked beans in tomato sauce for just 8.99 Rand. Get to game today.
When you need relief from pain that keeps working without having to reapply, try Transact patches. Transact lasts up to 2 times longer than gels. Stop at nothing.
We love making Baker's biscuits.
Each one is really special.
We mix together the finest quality ingredients.
A bit of fun.
And careful attention to detail. We bake it just the right way.
But the most important ingredient of all is love.
Who can make a biscuit specially for you? The Baker's man can, 'cause he mixes it with love. He makes
Best baked by Bakers.
Sexual health problems don't just impact you, but can affect your relationship too. Often it's easier to ignore these health issues, hoping they'll go away, than it is to seek treatment. Fortunately, 45-year-old David contacted Men's Clinic International before it cost him his marriage. David has been following their personalized program and his life has changed. Let us help you. WhatsApp us on 072 315 2574 or SMS HELP to 32110.
Syrupy and roasty, you'll feel warm and toasty. Treat yourself to Hug in a Mug Hazelnut Cappuccino. Try new Hug in a Mug Cinnamon Bun. Yum, yum.
The winner of Miss South Africa 2017 is Debbie Lee!
What a moment. What a long name as well. Demi Lee Nell Peters. That's a long name.
Hey, that's not my fault, okay?
Your parents were like, okay, let's... And I had to ask this because I was a big Demi Moore fan. And it's not a common name, Demi.
Well,
Are you named after Demi Moore?
No, I'm actually not. I've got some Greek background, and my grandfather was Dimitrios Leslie, and that's where Demi Lee originates.
Short of Dimitrios.
Dimitrios Leslie, yes.
Then, you're from the Cape, right?
Yes, I am.
How do you end up at the Northwest University and then do your business studies there and then eventually end up in South Africa?
So I think my whole plan was, firstly, my whole high school went to Stellenbosch, and I wanted to meet new people. I wanted to just have some, you know, get new friendship groups and have some new challenges. And I knew that in the end I wanted to end up in Gauteng and, you know, career-wise. And that's why I decided, you know, Potch is quite close to Gauteng and it still has that student feel and it's still, you know, a true, like, student town. So yeah.
And that's also where you got the beauty pageant experience, right?
Yeah,
You went on to win as a university student. What was that title like, 2015?
Yeah, I think it's much different than being Miss South Africa. Yes, Miss Varsity Cup 2015, if that's what you're referring to. And I also had the honor of winning the national title. So what an honor. And I think, you know, back then I learned already what it means to represent a big group of people.
The other thing I learned about you was, let's talk about food and things.
Ooh.
You eat stamp.
Yes,
Like
I
a stamp, with like
yes,
stamp.
Yes,
You.
yes.
With Kevs and the physique and Stump.
You haven't seen me in the gym this afternoon.
Debbie, Stump, are you for real?
But I mean, not every day. I'll have it occasionally.
But for real. You're not like winding us up now.
No. And my gran makes the best Stump and oxtail.
What am I? This new South Africa is amazing. Hey, we'll come to your house for Stump. This is what I'm talking about.
You're more than welcome.
There's a name that was thrown out. You were doing an interview on radio, and Basetsane Khumalo came up as someone that you would like to meet. Have you had that opportunity?
I actually haven't. She was at the finale, but I didn't have the honor to meet her. We were so busy.
Why her?
So I think she's just such a phenomenal businesswoman. And me being an entrepreneur, I've studied business management and entrepreneurship. I think she's done so well for herself, and she really is an inspiration to me, and I believe a whole lot of young women out there.
What next? What do you hope to achieve? You're now Miss South Africa. It's every girl's dream. You dreamt about it for 14 years, which is quite a long dream. 14 years, is that real?
I did. The first time I watched Miss South Africa was about 7 years old. Was the first time I can really remember watching it. So ever since that day, I know what an impact this platform has had in my life. But what's next? We haven't had a Miss Universe in 39 years. I think it's time.
It is time.
I think it's
I was even trying to check, like, they don't have a venue yet. They don't know where it's going to be yet, but it is coming.
We left in the dark, so waiting in anticipation. Very excited to find out where. But yes, preparations have already started. We'll obviously see, how it goes with Miss World, what the dates are, if they clash, because Miss South Africa is fortunate enough to attend both beauty pageants. So that's also
But
very
Miss
exciting.
Universe is the one for you.
Well, we haven't had one in 39 years.
So that's
why
the one
not?
you want to bring home.
I think so.
There you go. There's no better reason than that. We always have a quiz for even Miss South Africa.
Okay,
so we've done a little bit of a quiz. This is our SPORTAT10 cup. You can't have it. It's priceless. But the cakes you can.
I can.
If you get the questions right.
I've got such
So
a
we've got a
sweet tooth,
specifically South African quiz for you. And Demi, can you recognize first and foremost this person that we're putting in the screen for you? Who is this?
That's Warren Whiteley.
Significance?
Right? Well, it's Lions.
And
now the new Springbok captain.
That's Miss South Africa telling it like it is, the new Springbok captain. Moving on to our next question for you. Tell me the significance of this man when it comes to South African sport. Can you recognize and tell us who this is?
Our new Bafana coach.
Hey,
Stuart Baxter.
Hey, you're doing the homework here. Stuart Baxter. Okay, okay.
Of course,
That's
and
2 out of 3. We're going to
congratulations,
give you that one. The last one for you is, can you recognize and tell us what makes her so amazing?
Of course, Caster Semenya, and she just won the 800 meter in the Diamond League, one of the races in the US.
Okay, so you're trying to apply for my job now, like, giving too, don't
hey,
give too
I'm not
much.
going to be Miss SA forever, so
Too much information is unnecessary. You've got it, you've done it. Shampunino, where are you? 3 out of 3.
Hey, but where's the third cupcake?
No, we don't give 3.
That's unfair.
3 is too many. And we're trying to keep you in the right condition for Miss Universe. 3 cupcakes and then you lose because of us. No, we're not going to be part of that.
You know, you're Miss South Africa, you're Miss everywhere. Like Miss Blobos Run, Miss Deep Sload, like everywhere. So I'm waiting for an honest Miss South Africa. When they just answer questions straight. When like, would you save the world? You just say, aye. Just Maps Maponyani can do it. You should just say, Thomas, we are 34 years old, man.
Yes.
We've been around, so people who can come to my show and I'll tell you if I'm 4 years. No more. BBK, David Kagan.
Everybody come in.
Here, okay?
Demi, please,
Miss
join
South
us. We're walking this way. We're coming to the cake. Don't fall.
Yes.
Don't fall. Don't fall. This cake is bigger than me.
Yeah.
I can't even be seen over the cake.
Yeah.
I'm tall enough to give you.
For all those people who are doing,
I'm not
like,
going to cut the cake.
Yeah. For all those people who are
I'm going
doing,
to give you the honor.
Are you sure?
Yes.
The honor,
Miss South Africa.
Our birthday cake, 4 years in. What a beautiful cake as well. Happy 4th birthday, SPORTAT10. Cutting the cake.
colors to wear.
Okay,
David Kekana.
Here we go.
There we go. It's
Baba
done.
Snankeke go high, no more.
So there you go. Thank you very much for doing us the honor. We need a slice out there. Can I have a slice? Do something.
Yes. Oh, it's really big.
Zoom into the spot
No,
at 10.
you guys are not
Okay,
taking too long to get a cake.
Sorry,
We're going to
Thomas.
leave you again with the words as we eat the cake that have now become famous in South African
4
sports
years later,
television.
4 years
4
later.
years we've been doing it. If you're not watching Sport at 10, what are you doing?
Tomorrow on 1 or 6, get exposed to rap, hip-hop, spoken word, freestyle and cyphers with one mic. On 7:30, Kumba and Kapsile discuss the week's social media happenings with Throwback Thursday. Based on 10, know your rights and responsibilities with Yilungele Lako. Only on SABC 1, Mzansi for sure.